Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Chow. So yesterday I was really craving some scallion pancakes and I was like, you know what? That is what we're gonna make today because this is one of my favorite items to make and I ate it all the time growing up. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make scallion pancakes today. This is a staple street food item in China and honestly it is so delicious. The difference between this style of pancake versus a Western style of pancake is that it actually uses a dough batter versus a wet batter. It's very similar to the process of bread making in that it is flaky, it's chewy, you let it rest for a little bit versus having a wet batter that you include milk, an egg, and water in. So let's get to it. For our dough batter, what we're going to be using is 1 cup of flour, some pinch of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, and 1/4 teaspoon of some salt. We're also going to be using some water as well, about 1/3 cup of some boiling water. We're going to start by making our dough. Grab your flour. Next, you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of some salt. And we're going to add our yeast mixture into a bowl. And 1/3 cup of some boiling water and a little bit of sugar to feed the yeast. Combine your water yeast mixture into a bowl. And for a little bit of nuttiness, we're just going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Grab your chopsticks and you're going to mix it together. We ain't using the KitchenAid today. We are using our good old hands, working out our arms for hot gal fall. As you can tell, it's going to be a little bit stringy like this, and this is perfect. Now what you're going to do is start to knead the dough together. The reason we add the hot water in is to help loosen up the flour mixture, and it cooks the flour a little bit so that it's a bit easier to handle and it comes together faster. So once it's pretty much come together, a little bit more raggedy like this, put it onto your cutting board and you're going to knead it for probably 2 to 3 minutes until it is smooth. As you can tell, it's already a little bit more smooth, but we're still going to knead it out a little bit more. Work those arms. Yo, Tony, focus on my arm. Focus on my arm. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't look any different. Now that this is smooth, you're going to add it back into your bowl. Add a little bit of some oil just to keep it hydrated. And we're going to let this rest for about 30 minutes. I've actually tested out a couple different ways to make this, and one of my favorite ways is actually to let this rest overnight in the fridge to let the gluten strands relax so that it's a bit easier and chewier and also develops more of a flaky result. But if you don't have time for that, do not fret because 30 minutes is also very optimal. So we'll see this guy in a little bit. For the next part, we're going to start on the filling. So obviously, because we're making a scallion pancake, we have to use the scallion. I like to use about probably 5 to 10 stalks of scallion. You know, go wild. If you love scallions just like I do, I like to put as much as I can. For the next part, we're going to start on the filling. We are going to be making a roux. What we're going to be using is 1/8 cup of some chicken fat that I have rendered down from my Hainanese chicken video. If you guys haven't seen that, you guys are missing out. It's linked above. And then we're going to be using equal parts flour. What we're going to do is cook these two together, and then we're going to be using this as a glue for when we are rolling out our pancakes. We're going to start by adding in our oil. Yeah, okay. Add in our flour. We're going to let it cook together and develop a paste. Cook this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Pop that off, and we're just going to add it into a bowl. We're going to pop this to the side until our dough is ready. Now that it's been about 30 minutes, we're going to take a look at our dough. As you can tell, it is very smooth in texture. So we're going to roll it out. Okay, we're going to start by oiling our board. We're going to cut it into 4 equal parts. You can measure it or you just eyeball it. I eyeball it, you know. Use a rolling pin and we're going to roll it out. Because we've let the dough relax over time, the gluten is very relaxed. This looks very similar to the Bing Bing noodle in that the dough is so chewy. It just moves so effortlessly. What you're going to do is roll it out into as thin as possible of a layer. Grab your roux and you're going to swipe it across and brush it and have a beautiful thin layer of it. For the next process, we're going to add our scallion. Add as much as you want. I like to add a generous amount. The more scallion, the better. Okay, that looks pretty good. Add a pinch of some Sichuan peppercorn for extra nuttiness and helps to elevate our flavor profile. And some salt. What we're going to do next is we're going to fold it over. So we're going to start on one side and we're going to fold into the center. And then we're going to pull from the other side into the center. And then what we're going to do is grab your rolling pin again and you're going to roll it out again. Be gentle. Some of the scallion might come out loose, but that is okay. This process is called laminating. It's very similar to when you're making puff pastry as well. By laminating and folding the dough, it helps to create layers and have extra flakiness. Repeat the process with your roux, and you're going to brush it over. Grab scallion and sprinkle it on top. We're going to fold it again. We're going to fold from one side into the middle, and then from the other side, we're going to fold it in. Grab your rolling pin again, and you're going to roll it out. Now, fold it and roll the edges together. And you want to try to make sure that you fold it very tightly so that the air bubbles are released. Now when you get to this point, you're going to take one end of it and you're going to roll it inwards like this. Stop at the midway point and do the same on the other side, but in an opposite direction. Okay, so it kind of looks like a S at this point. You're going to flip it over and fold it on top, like that. It's kind of like a little sandwich. See that? We are going to let this rest for 2 to 3 minutes and we're going to fold out the rest of the other pieces of dough. Now that we've let the gluten relax for about 2 to 3 minutes, as you can tell, it's a little bit more soft. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll it out into a circle. We're going to heat up our cast iron pan. Add in a generous amount of grapeseed oil or canola oil because we're going to want to fry the pancake. Grab your pancake and make sure the oil's not too hot because you don't want to burn it. Cover it and we're going to cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. We're going to flip it over. Ah, there you go. See? This is what we want. A nice brown, but not too dark. That looks absolutely delicious. This pancake's definitely not for hot gal summer, that's for sure. Summer is over. It's time for bulking season. It's not done yet. We're gonna let it cook. Oh, baby. Okay. Ready? Look at that. Oh. Now that that's done cooking, let's talk about the dipping sauce. For a dipping sauce, what we're going to be using is black vinegar, soy sauce, chili flakes, and some brown sugar. I make this sauce all the time. This is a similar sauce that I also make for my dumplings. What we're going to start off with is 1 tablespoon of some black vinegar, Chinese black vinegar, the good stuff, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and equal parts sugar. Now you're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of some water. I like a little bit of kick, so I like to add some chili flakes. If you don't have chili flakes, you can also add in your favorite chili oil. We're going to mix it up. Yeah, let's just do a little taste test, because why not? take a look at our final product. Oh, y'all. You guys hear that? It's so flaky. Like, oh my gosh, it like just falls apart. Grab your plate. And we're just going to, and look at that. There you have it, an easy, delicious scallion pancake right at home. Let's do a taste test with these extra layers. Look at that, it's so flaky. We're gonna dip it in the sauce. Absolutely delicious. You wanna try it? Try that one. And there you guys have it, a super easy, delicious scallion pancake that you guys can make right at home. These also freeze super well. So if you guys make a lot, you can just freeze them and then you can heat them up whenever you want. It is a great snack or appetizer for anyone at any time. As always, full recipe details will be below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely ring that notification bell because we drop videos every Saturday. Well, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now. Did I say you guys would come out? Yeah. What? You didn't even record? Oh my God, what the? Don't talk to me. Take your garbage out of here. Here you go. Okay, let's make more.